This character just has a very subtle standing there, eyes closed, line of action, just kind of a section from here, the overall piece right there. If you, again, start with the circular part, you can see that the head is a little bit different, tapered, using that squash and stretch to help you get a little bit more of a gestural look to this character. Does have the center line coming right down the middle. The eye line, you can see the top of the ellipse hidden behind it, and then the oval shapes for the eyes, and they're not completely connected because they do have the eye closed. And even within the eye location, there's a subtle gesture or angle to it that you're going to try to pick up. The eyebrows, as they are extensions as far as distance, echoes themselves away from this part. The center for the nose, if you think of this almost like the previous animations of some of the dog, circular shape has a center line that comes out and finds that section for the nose, kind of a triangular nose, a little bit of a snot coming right off of there for the mouse character. Because when you looked at it from the side, he had a little bit of a tapered look to the face. And then the mouth coming right up off underneath that. A little blurry on the picture, but nevertheless you can pick it up there. And a lower lip, followed by the two cheek shapes on either side, and a little bit of a round shape there. Now the shape of the circle becomes a little egg shape more, and building it up there with the extension of the little hairs on the top just protruding off of there, and then the ears themselves slanting off the side, and then giving you that thickness to it. And depending on how you see that edge there, and it builds that off. So when you take a look, the eyelash, a little heavier, shows this overall piece. And it builds that shape up. Now when you look at the torso, take a look, it has the circular part for the chest, the rib cage. It has the circular part, a little bit larger for the hips, which is the pelvis. And again, if you drew a center line down this shape, connecting the outside tangent lines a little bit, you're going to build up this kind of a pear shape that they have. And the fur in the middle almost looks like he's wearing a vest. Gives you that look to it. And again, if you think of the skeletal structure inside here, there's the hips, straight legs coming down, feet coming straight out. And when it gets to the heels, just give them a circular shape and this oval at the foot. So you're kind of anticipating this character. Here's the spine for the tail. So just kind of gracefully make that line in there. Okay. And then when you take a look at the foot, you can see the corner of it extended off the hip. Goes right up there. And when you get to the end of the foot, try to think of the perspective of a rectangular shape, even though we started with a circle. But to find that toe that's in there. And the right foot kind of comes in front of the left, a little bit of an offset step. And do the same thing. Find the edge. And find the center line for the toe that's in there. The two arms, this happened before, where you take a look at the arms hiding the hands. So that's kind of nice. They're just, arms are folded behind the body. If you can see the cylindrical shape kind of building that up in there. And give it some proportion to it. So hopefully you can see that construction. Into that section there. And that gives you that. So again, once you get it to this level, kind of look through it, see if you can then pencil in a little bit of the line. I'm going to take a little bit of that out. That section there. And again, if you left it as pencil, you have all these, depending on how you draw, if you have all these extra lines, it helps with the shading. The pen isolates it and takes away all the pencil. It makes it a little more committed to that line. So you want to really practice that section to it. And again, the feet, trying to give it a little bit more of a base to it. And check your proportion as you go through it.